How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome in, welcome in. How have you guys been today? This is like actually the first time actually showing this to everyone. I'm really happy and excited about it. It's cute, isn't it? So this is actually kind of like a representation of my own like library office back in the Cosmos. So here I think like her art is really good. So I'm very glad that like I got like this particular one from her. Actually a chat widget. If I'm not wrong, the lady's called Mizue shop. I probably need to check that again. Yeah, it's really good, isn't it? How is the audio for you? Is the audio good? Is the audio just fine? The music, everything is fine? It's clear? Great. So like the music's not annoying you, right? It's in perfect like pitch and everything, right? Mm, is the music too soft for you? Can you hear it now? Sure. So before I begin today, proper, I'm actually really excited. I prepared a lot of stuff. Um, just have to say about the VTubing community. While today's content may not be related to the research topic, if you chat with me via the chat, you're considered as consenting to participating in the UBC research study. So anything entered into this chat plus the recorded live stream will be if you're just here to watch, feel free to stay around. You'll not be considered a participant as no data are used to chat, aside from your viewership, which is always appreciated. If you want to know more about my study, um, I have a link right there. I can't point with this model screen if you can see it. And my head is pointing towards there right now. That's the ethics ID. You can find out more about it online, right over there. And let's get started proper. I am really excited. I actually really like the Zeus chatting screen a lot. My favorite is how like it's so transparent and you can get to like look around my place. Maybe I should just show you guys what the place is like before I actually go into actually like a replication of my library stash office. Um, I did my best to ask or to kind of replicate it in this setting. Um, that's my book bag, and then there's my table. You can see the cosmos right outside. I do love the Absurdist literature, so there's that. There's also like Erewhon by Samuel Butler. I honestly don't know why I have that. I think it was who was it? Haley Bieber's smoothie, the $27 smoothie. And it was when I when I was there, I was like, why is this place called Erewhon? I was confused. So I decided to pick up the book. I haven't had time to read it yet. That's on me. But I have the book in my collection. I actually do have it as it's almost 100-year-old book, I think. Let me see. How old are you? This was published, um, I would say, yeah. But that is one of those books. I have a few others as well. Some are more contemporary, some I made a presentation just for this. I hope you guys enjoy it. Um, yeah, there's going to be a lag, just letting you guys know because just giving you guys a heads up, there is going to be a chat lag. I cannot do anything about it because the area that the connection from the Cosmos is bad. I can't do anything about it. They have not updated it in ages. I don't know why. But that's just how it is. Hopefully, there is probably only like a 5 second lag. I don't think there is any more than that. But yeah, it just should just be a 5 second lag. I hope that there isn't any other like crazy stuff happening. Nervous about this. I not really sure how it's gonna work out, but I hope that you guys enjoy it. Yeah, that seemed to be. Yes, I made this presentation myself. I hope you like it. I hope you like it. Um, okay, let's see. I am gonna try to make this as fun as possible because I don't know how much information y'all will be interested in. So, here we are. A presentation on how minor immortal Kalo and how she came to be. So some basic information about me. I am I my name is Kilo. Ask me about like, or at least somebody asked me about my government name. So that's not probably going to be something that you guys can hear, but I would try. So basically my name is you get that. You get that. You get my name. Over there. You get that. Okay. I hope you guys did. Because I'm never gonna repeat it ever again. Because it's never gonna be a name that y'all will use. So yeah, my name is Kilo. My birthday is 1st of October. Um, the first day when I began this. You love this on 1st of October. I am a minor immortal, so I don't have uh, a year that I was born purely because I was around before time was a thing. So I don't actually know when I was formed. I was just not there and then I was there. So but because of social media, I have problem. So you know what? I'm just gonna deal with it. My on social media, I'm officially 28 years old, 1997. But I am officially do not have an age. So yeah, just take me as you need to know. So yes, back to my rank. I am a minor immortal, and that's a major problem because as a minor immortal, I basically don't have any power whatsoever. I am literally just vibing along in space. People, or at least like celestial entities that they gain enough attention and such that they gain and never really chased after them, so I never really have enough attention as an immortal to gain the title of major. Like also great power brings great responsibility, right? And I just don't think I have the aptitude for that. So technically we all live and kind of like since we're created from the same matter, like we all pretty much the same. We're supposed to be from the same family, but I do have a few people that I'm close to enough that I call my family. Um, so there's like Milo, there's Silo, and Hino. Milo and Silo are both in the actually all three of them are in the organization. It's just that they're all in different. So my occupation, I am a researcher, as I mentioned at the very beginning. I've been mentioning it across the entire time. I am a researcher and I work for a company called the Institution. So, what is the Institution, you may ask? Here is the Institution. The institution, okay? To frank with you, the institution didn't like exist at first. They were like kind of like all the immortals like major. This is great. We can just listen to them because offer them whatever like um whatever help they need, and they will love us, and then that will be it for life. But then they didn't realize that humans were like, this is not enough. We don't want God in secularization. Um, so basically, the others panicked, the immortals panicked, they panicked really hard, and Order, who is basically our CEO and also the most powerful god, because Order is the most powerful immortal because he gained a lot of attention over that whole like hoo-ha over like we need to put aside religion and have secularity and order and all that stuff. So Order came into power and they were like, we need to create an institution. We need this institution to continuously cater to people's needs, and this is why we have omnipotence, institution. Hello, Doc P, welcome in. We don't want spirituality, we want capital. That is true. That is true. And immortal. So basically, let me briefly run through with you like what are the different branches. So Trickster Immortals, I wouldn't name names, but they're the ones that forced us to have the book. So the book is basically black hole. I'm not a fan of black hole. I don't think any of the immortals are, but there have been a few people who are like returnees, I would say, that have which Order is directly handling. They're basically a department of governance. They're the ones that oversee the institution and make sure that everyone's doing what they need to do, and making sure that everyone. I can never pronounce this right. Omniscient, not omniscient. Omniscient. There we go. And it's actually run by my boss now. Branch. I was from the Southeast Asian branch, and then now I am in HQ. Um, so basically, what we do is we research stuff and then we basically report back to Omnipresence and tell them like, hey, this is what the people are up to, and maybe we should look at this direction, and see how that's gonna turn out. So that's also the reason why I went from Southeast Asia, the Southeast Asia branch to like the HQ, because they decided that like I was a good fit for like understanding why VTubers like are. But then Niles, who is my boss, was like, "You gotta do this. I think you'll be a good fit." And because I can't, even though I'm here to work, I am planning on having as much fun as possible. So you guys are gonna have fun with me. That's all I ask. All I ask is for you. But I think before I move on to fun stuff, I just want to show you like what are the other like toggles that I have. Um, and I will adjust the audio accordingly. Okay. Um, yeah. So just to show you what toggles I have glasses. Let me say glasses. Where are my glasses? There we are. There's my glasses. Can you see my glasses? I am actually very proud of this glass, so I'm gonna like zoom this real quick in. Can you see? I found it. I found it. I found it awesome. I found it. Look at it. Look at how it reflects the light of my monitor. Cool, eh? I wanted them to be like the Kung Fu Hustle spectacles. So I was like, I'm gonna make them like the Kung Fu Hustle like spectacles instead. And like the best part is Grandma has wrinkles too. Um, I think they give me such character. No? I also do have a cane. You can't thing. What did young grandma look like? She looked like that without glasses, okay? I think young grandma, yeah, I can't draw hands, so you can't see hands. Oh no, I went too far. Yes, I bet young grandma was. I know, I am such a starter. I know. I would say like, maybe I will bring young grandma back. But for now, this is all you're getting. Okay, this is all you're getting. This is all you're getting from me. There is no other me right now. This is all you're getting. Um, so yeah, okay, let's move on. Simply put, yeah, those are the languages I can speak. I don't think anyone here would want me to speak in those languages. But just like in case, 你们好，我叫 Kilo，请多关照. That's in Chinese and Mandarin, I guess. Oh, young grandma is the ephemeral blob floating in the space. Oh, you mean like baby grandma, like not young grandma, because young grandma already had a form. Baby grandma is probably just an ephemeral blob floating in space. Maybe I should draw that one day. Maybe I should draw that one day. Thank you for your suggestion. I should like show you guys how I look like. That's pictures. And then in Korean it'll be like 안녕하세요. kilomita 주세요. That's pretty much it. I don't think I will actually get to use much of those languages on stream. By all means, come. I don't mind that. Um, yeah. So those are the languages. My specialties is I'm very good with my hands, and I also love learning new things. Hobbies include crafting, which you see a lot on this channel. Guzheng, which is this Chinese seven-string instrument that I play. I'm not good at it, but I have started learning it in the past 2 years. I also dance. I also love dancing, and I also love cooking. Maybe we might do a cooking stream. I don't know. I think cooking streams are logistically difficult. Dancing streams are impossible. I don't have a mocap suit. We can't do that. Um, my likes, I love cute stuffed toys. I love the smell. I love coffee. I love the smell of rain. I love autumn, and I love camping. And things that you guys want me to explain further about any at all. Uh, um, If I have to explain myself about my dislikes, I think I don't like gacha games, probably because I like gacha games. In-game items are like one of the things I freaking hate the most. Like I love in-game items, but I feel like collecting them is hard. I personally don't subscribe to that, so gacha games are out of my list. Um, please stream mahjong. No, no. Who am I even gonna play with? I'm gonna be playing alone. Unless it's yeah, I said I dislike mahjong. Why are you making me stream it? I'm not gonna do that. I mean, you can ask me questions from time to time. I will try and answer them. There is a Q&A time at the end, in like 2 slides later. This page, I will move on. What is Grandma's BLOTP? Oh, the people need to know. Okay, so for like those people who don't understand what BL is, BL is basically boys love. Um, my OTP is I cannot remember the name, so I'm googling now. Uh, give me a moment. I've got it. Okay. My OTPs are basically from like a drama called What Do You Eat Yesterday. It's a JBL about a 50-year-old gay couple called Shiro Kakei and Kenji Yabuki and stuff. OTP is 355672. Need to use on the next trip. Oh my god. No, but yes, it answered Dr. question. My BL OTP is Shirokake, and in that drama, and oh my gosh, I didn't even get that octopus there. That's so cute. But yeah, I really love that BL drama purely. Okay, so the thing is, there's a few things why I like that couple is my OTP because I feel like they represent such like a strong like bright future for gay or at least LGBTQ couples around the world and show them that this is possible as a life even though it may be hard, but it's possible to have a family, make a family, and like Liv teaches so many good recipes that I actually still use in my cooking today. So sometimes I actually refer to the BL drama itself for cooking tips. Yeah, that's a very cute cat too, honestly. Okay, if there's no other questions about this page, I'm gonna move on. If you want to ask me like what's my more fun OTP, BL OTP, it is Hua Cheng and Xie Lian from Heaven's Official Blessing because those two. Don't ask me how I read it. I just managed to. Don't ask me how whether or not I can read it out loud. That's never gonna happen. I'm probably gonna pronounce so many words wrong. But yeah, those two are my OTPs and boys love. So in Inishimi is sweet, basically like anything is mochi, dangos, what else? Mm, yeah, anything that's mochi like. I like anything that's mochi like. Yeah, I love soup as well. A lot of soup. Rice balls, yeah, rice balls are great. I think it's almost season for rice balls. I am planning on making some with glutinous rice, like fermented glutinous rice. Least favorite food in the world is silkworms. In Korean they call it pontegi. I freaking hate those. No offense to people who love silkworms. I think if you love a profile and I respect you for that, um, I cannot take silkworms in the way that the Koreans make it, like they stew it. I can't. I haven't tried the fried ones though. I know that like they're really huge ones in like a Chinese cuisine. I don't know if I think I those are pretty okay. I don't like oysters as well. Uh, so yeah, Pontegi and oysters are two things that I don't like. My favorite literature is absurdism, Buddhism, fantasy, and BL authors. Modernism, James Joyce. Don't kill me. I think James Joyce has a very interesting writing technique, and I really appreciate and admire him for that. Um, anything. Oh, I didn't put it in here. Gothic literature. I love Gothic literature. Anything to do with Dracula, Frankenstein movie. I love the movie, but I felt it didn't do the book justice. I think the books, by Diana Wynne Jones are so they didn't do it justice in the movies itself. And obviously BL, which I think Talkby has figured out. Whiny, he's just whiny in his head and such a baby. I I think he's hilarious. Scottish uni student. So Are you suggesting that all Scottish uni students are isekai protagonists? Because I think that's kind of a far stretch, but like, I kind of agree with you, but also don't. Oh God, I really need to get back to those books. I haven't had like tried them in such a long time. As for music, I love band music. Any genre, like from what countries? English band music, Chinese band music, Korean, Japanese, and Thai. I just like band music in general. Do like listening to different countries, different like bands from different countries, and just like enjoying the music that they produce. Chill lo-fi as well, just for like studying and doing stuff. Not the AIs, but like chill songs are great. What is my take on the recent JYP game show collab with Na PD? I haven't watched that. I saw that Na PD Stray is a freaking English word. That was all I saw from that game show collab. I haven't actually watched it. Once I do, I will let you know. Don't mind me, I'm just drinking some water. Okay, so let's just talk a little bit about our future streaming plans. Funny lol, but the challenges are funnier. It's a Halloween stream, so probably we'll talk a little bit more, but like for now, we're gonna like see I will watch it. I'll definitely watch it. Les Seraphim and Day 6. That's not a combination that I would expect. Um okay, I like a lot. The music make me cry. But no offense, I love them very much. The decade, that album, the latest album they released for like the 10th year anniversary. There were one song that I thought was pretty good, but like the rest is a little bit. I wish they could have done more experimentation. So now my most favorite album from them, I think, is Entropy. Yeah. No, man, Mix and Day 6 or something. Okay, I'll check it out and I'll update you. I'll check it out and I'll update you. So let's just talk a little bit about my future streaming plans. So my future streaming plans are basically I do seeing those videos online a lot and I really want to try it out. I think my hands might bleed, but if I could find like soft enough wire, I think it should work out fine. Yeah, we're gonna do a bit of knitting later on. It's a rare pattern that I'm really excited for. It's in Korean. Really, I have been doing it for my pre-debut streams. I will probably continue doing that as well. For my upcoming streams, indie games, I do have a few lined up actually. I just have to get around to downloading them. I haven't had time. I would get to it. And also, this is something I'm really excited about. Apparently, HoYoverse, the company that was behind Genshin Impact is really. I hope they release it in time for me to play it before the end of this research project. Um, but yeah, and hoping that the gacha mechanic would not be like the representative mechanic in that particular game because I I just want a nice game without gacha. So crossing fingers that Petit Planet is gonna be fun. Doing I also might be doing some literature streams. So like maybe like it's one or two streams on Asian book recommendations, maybe some book discussions. I might upload a book or two or like a book a week before and say that I'll be talking about this. If anyone wants to like come and chat with me and mingle with me for that, you can do that too. Oh, and my chat cover it, but I actually wrote literary theory. Uh, I mean, let's be frank, right? I have to do research after all. So, we will probably just like discussing about like what kind of theoretical frameworks are there. Um, I don't know how many of you are interested in that. Others, I'll probably if I'm too tired, we might do Ride with Me streams. I'll play music like the good scene with me. More like chill streams whereby we're not really doing too much. Just so you know, like yeah, that's that's it for me, guys. Any final questions? Um, our stream today, which we'll be knitting. Um, I have not talked as much as I did as this now. So I welcome any questions that any of you might have. If you have them, Okay, okay. Oh, before that, I do want to show you something. I had no one, there's no follows yet, so like I haven't managed to show it. So I'm just gonna like give like events emulator to just show it off. But this is what happens when somebody follows me. Look at that, isn't it? But I am not an expert on cleaning audio, so it all turned out a little bit like muffly and stuff. The version of it to get this. Isn't it cute? I love the sound. It's so adorable. Ah. Oh, welcome to the stream, Badudes. Thank you. Okay, if there's no final questions, we're going on to knitting. So just give me a moment while I get things settled up, okay? So yes, here we are. Is the sound okay for all of you? No issues still with the sound? All good? Going to be making, or at least starting on the cherry bomb cardigan. As you can see, here actually a paid pattern on Ravelry. Um, I put a link in my Twitter, so if you're interested, just change the category of this real quick. Good. It is a Korean pattern, as you can tell. So there's like Tongbu, which is the content detail into this, purely because it's basically just technical details about how it's gonna be made. Um, Generally, when you're doing sweaters, you usually start from like the back of the sweater, and then work down the front of it like that before working on the sleeves. So this is what it looks like. Prior to doing meaning, it's actually the same thing. It's just that the terminology might be a little bit nifty to sift through, just probably because they're in different languages. But let me just change music because I feel like it's a little bit hard to talk over. Yeah, I think this might be better. We will when we are getting into knitting, we will do more of like the more song requests and stuff. But for now, because I'm talking, I'm just gonna keep it without sound. What about Western and Korean? There is no difference, guys. It's literally just the language. There is a difference. Okay, so hear this out. There is a difference between British and meaning is two needles, and the terminology across all knitting is the same thing. Later, when I show you, no differences in knitting techniques. Um, but yeah, so Bella was saying coding. You have to be very precise with it. So it's very important to always have a gauge. So if you can see at the bottom here, Let me just like bring this up for you a little bit. There is a gauge over there, over here. Uh, they were in for pattern gauge. So they asked us to do two gauges purely to check like the differences, that how big and how small it is. So let me just cut straight to my main screen so you can see like how it may look different. Let's see. This is the yarn that I'm using. Um, is the Barraco Ariella 74, because I mean acrylic is cheaper, but I mean it's plastic, and I personally have issues with using plastic in my own knitting. So generally, I think I mentioned in the previous stream itself that merino wool is basically sheep wool, right? Animal wool is generally holds its shape better than plant fiber wools. So like bamboo and stuff is a lot softer. So it actually like does very well with like very flowy textures instead. So this is the yarn that I'm using today. It's called Frosted Peach. And here are the gauges that I did a while back. So let me just rezoom that in. So everything is a stockinette stitch. So this is basically what it's looking like without any patterns. And this is the one with the patterns itself. Such patterns, oh, I realized I was flipping it. Such patterns tend to like pull the yarn in a little bit harder. So you can actually kind of gauge and see like how they actually might turn out in the end. So for back to like this iPad thingy, as you can tell, it writes here 19 stitches and 27 rows, 19 stitches and 27 rows, and like the length of it is 13 cm by 14.7 cm. And if you actually go back to this itself, you realize that my gauges is actually a little bit more smaller. So just now I was mentioning the pattern is supposed to be 13 inches across, but my own one is actually, if I'm not explaining it well, just stop me. I will try my best to explain it again. Knitting is kind of like a bit of a challenge for people. It is for me too. It takes a lot of trial and error. Um, and then the length that the gauge asks for is 14.7. Parent one, but yeah, it's like 13 cm right here. So the gauge itself for both of it is a lot smaller than the actual pattern. So I would have to because my gauge is a lot smaller and I want it to be fitted to my body, I would go instead with figure the gauge out. But the good thing about knitting is that even though it's precise like that, you don't actually have to follow it to a T. Measure it to my own body, to a length that I like before I actually like skip to the next step. So you don't actually have. So I think that's pretty much it. Let me just switch over to the M size for this. So this is the medium, and here is the thing we're going to do. So today we are going to do the back first. So it asks just, and then you can start from the back. So we are going to do this thing called German short rows. So German short rows, it's a little bit okay. To explain what German short rows are, basically it kind of creates like let me just like shift this a bit. Yeah, there we go. It creates like this like interesting kind of like slope upwards. So shapes like the fabric to your body as you start as you go down. So you know how your torso is kind of like a V shape, like in. I don't think I explained that well. When I'm done with this, you probably will get what I mean. But basically, it says that I will need to have 77 for the stitches to hold, and it wouldn't fall off if I were to use just a normal needle. So the language that you have to work through itself. But otherwise, it's pretty much the same patterns. I know of a lot of knitters that I haven't been to Japan much to actually do a lot of that kind of knitting patterns. So we're doing Korean today. Basically, to purl, so you see there's 77, right? They asked us to actually purl 57 for the first row of, so wait, let me just write this down so it's clearer for you. 77 stitches at first and 20 stitches right here. So once you reach 20 stitches, you flip it around and you do what a German short roll. A German short roll is basically like what I mentioned just now. It creates like a sloping effect to give like a very nice shape to your to kind of mark out where I need to do the double like the German short roll switch so that it's easier for me to figure it out. So I'm just gonna try to say just now about the purl and knits is that generally British purl and knit usually starts from the straight of purling. So this is what I'm used to, but it is not the fastest way of knitting. There is another way of knitting, which is what we call the continental knitting. And what they do is they bring the yarn. As you can see, the working yarn is now on my left hand instead, like that. And what they do is they basically, if I'm not wrong, I haven't done this in a while. Holy. That, so I usually tend to just do like the British version of it instead. It really depends on who you get taught by. I have a tendency to knit really slowly, so yeah. And if like my model's eyes are closing when I'm looking down, I am sorry. I've tried to fix it, but apparently like the sensitivity is really high for my character. So no matter what I do, if I look down, it looks like my eyes are closing, but I promise you I am not sleeping. It just really is me focusing on what I need to focus, which is the needs. Also, let's just like switch back to like the music stuff. Today I wanna play Korean. When I'm doing like the knit back, I will show you how they do continental knitting. Cause ironically, the only one that I really did practice of like your right needle and you're just basically going through like that, looping it around and throwing it off. Like been looking forward to starting this project for a while now. Purely because I actually bought this pattern like a few months ago, and I actually bought the yarn like a month ago. I've been really, really wanting to get okay, so we have reached the point right here. So we have reached like the 57 stitches on like the knitting side of things like that. Oh, just like shift this around like that. Yeah. So now we're on the, like the knitting side of it. And then what we do is that we bring we bring this in front. Wait, let me try to remember. If it's a purl, I don't have to do that. Let me look at my notes because I'm still learning. Let's see, what does it say? If it's a purl turn work and I bring left stitch to right needle. So what I have to do, and my yarn must be at the front of the work. Okay, wait, let me just do that real quick. So this is at the front of the work, and then I bring this like that. So that this is the front like that, and then pull it up till it disappeared. Wait. As you can tell, I'm still learning. Wait, why? Ah, bring last stitches to right needle. Yeah, that's correct. And then my yarn must be at the front of my work, like that. And then you must be pulling it up such that there's like two stitches. Why is it not showing? Why is it not showing? Wait, let me do that again. Just to right needle via knits, and then pull it up. I swear I'm doing it right, guys. I have no idea why it's not showing. Why am I doing it wrong? Okay, clearly I am wrong somewhere. Give me a moment. I need to figure this out. I'm not getting this. I wanted to. And some and like knitting wise, it's like I'm still learning. so much that it, and then what I'm supposed to do. Okay, just to get you guys out, I'm watching a video right now. I'm on a pro roll, right? Pearl across. Okay, if I pearl across it, and then what she does is that she flips it around. She flips it. Sorry, I dropped a stitch right there. Give me a moment. Hmm. Okay. To the front of the row. Okay. And then she goes by the front pearl and then lifts it up. And then she pulls it up such that, oh, there you go, there you go. That's a double. So here's the double that like she was looking for. Can you see that? Like, can you see that here? Can you see? Like, there's one and there's two. Not sure if it's that obvious. Yeah, and then you just continue knitting it. So from here, I need to knit how many? Let's see. What was the pattern it says? It says I will knit another 36. So are these my hands? Yeah, these are my hands. Yeah, I don't have very wrinkly hands, but my hands are veiny. Um, but yeah, let's see. I have to do 36. So one, I'm just gonna count this so it's easier for me. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 here. I would say like the reason why I got into knitting, I always wanted to learn how to knit since I was young. Decided to pick it up was I actually picked it up during COVID knitting because I found out that there was like a knitting studio near where I was studying, and I was like, hey, you know what? I've always wanted to do this, might as well go for classes, right? And saw the teacher. It was a private teacher, I would say, and very well mentally. So I thought like I needed something to distract myself and give my hands like ways to like this has something to do that it's not that doesn't involve like it involves my brain but not to the kind of like extent where I need to think about things, and I really needed like something like that. So I think knitting really saved and put me through like a really tough time in my life, and that's why like I always look forward to starting a new project and challenging myself a bit. Probably because it's like so much fun to just, be able to enjoy the process, right? There we go. 36. I hope that's 36. One, two, three. Eh, did I count wrongly? Wait, this is a double row. No, I got the six. Yeah, I'm correct. And then I have to do the third one. I will do a double row. Short row will be this way. So as you can see, I don't actually knit to the end. German short rows ask that you continue it like that. But it's interesting. It looks pretty pattern itself. It writes here that from the third to the sixth row, after like the double stitch, have to do more. I have to like knit 3 more rows. So that's basically what it says. So I have to add 3 more stitches after every time I finish the double stitch. Yes. Coded patterns like that. I'm just gonna follow it. If it turns out the way I think it should turn out, I hope that's fine. Okay, let's try this side. Let's see. Let's try this without the video. Front side. And what I need to do is I turn the work and then bring the stitches onto right needle, purl, and then pull it to the double. This is actually easier because you can see the double one here immediately. And then loop it down like that, and then begin to purl across the row. I'm confused. Okay, I double and I need 36, and then now I did this and I need to because let me just bring this out. It says here that from the third to the sixth, oh, I got a color. They say three more um of the stitches. I have to like need to trim all the stitches. I don't know whether it's in. Is it? I'm confused. Mm, okay, let's see the counting. 72, 74, 77, 68, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay, let's add four stitches and then clean little over three. Okay, I get it. I don't have to look at this. This is not important. She add like they added it already, so I don't have to add another one. It's just to let us know. Okay, that makes sense. I was confused. Ah! Yeah, and I think that's like the problem. With oh, my camera turned off. Did I run out of battery already? No, please don't. 39. B. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, and this will be 36, 37, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Yep, one more. One more. One thing I really like about Korea is that they have a lot of knitting stores with very like nice yarn. I actually saw online that they actually sell like a yarn with fox yarn, like fox yarn, and I was like, oh, I want that. But now I'm back on the front side, and then I need to. Okay, let's see how this one works again. Knit, then bring it up to its double like that. hope. I could be wrong. Okay, we're gonna watch that again. I could never be sure. I could never be sure. Um, okay, wait, since it's so it's actually pearl, huh? Okay, so I just have to like do like a pearl for this and then pull this out. Okay, there we go. Let me get the double rows here. And then all I just do is just continue knitting it out. Okay, there we go. I got it. I got it. One. Okay, you know what would be hilarious? If that actually the count itself included like the double stitch and I excluded it. And that this is the right way and I'm gonna confidently go at it. Because that's what knitting is all about, right? You kind of go through the process, you feel at it, and then you unravel it. I think I mentioned in another stream that for me, every single time I knit, I at least remove or at least unravel a work minimally 3 to 4 times. So this is actually pretty in terms of like timing. So how is everyone doing? I hope you guys are having a great day. It has been a pretty long day for me, but I'm glad to end it with you guys. Okay, I think I am reaching bonus here because then you can just like add 3 more. And then after this one, and then I just add 3 more. One, two, three. There we go. It's actually I actually do like it a lot actually. It's pretty good yarn, I would say. It's expensive though. So all the yarns that I do is expensive. Okay. Um I am on fifth row and I add that on the front so I'm on knit row turn work, bring last stitch onto right with purl, pull. Yeah, this side is easier. And then just like keep knitting. Okay. So let's continue. And then add 3. You know, personally, I hate coding. I never was talented at like the whole coding thing. Um, and then I picked up knitting, and then somebody was like, actually, knitting is a lot like coding. And I was like, wait, you're right. Why are they right? It's because like if you actually haven't done coding before, um, right, pop off, yes. Your entire code just like dies, right? Um, and I and I was like, oh my God, this process again. I have to unravel it and restart it. Um, and or like if like something's wrong, I have to like go back and like count the stitches and be like, where did I actually go wrong in this whole thing? And it's so tedious, that I have to like go through it all over again. Um, but I think like that's also like the fun part about it, right? You kind of just like, ooh, am I reaching the end? Am I reaching the end? Or did I miss it already? Okay, it's fine. We'll find it. We'll find it eventually. So like I think in general, I think that's just so funny. But I think like what I really like about knitting as compared to coding is that you can see it happen in real life. Like I can see this like happening. This is actually forming. But if it's like a okay, there we go. 3 and then we turn it. And then now we are now 6. Okay. So for this one, I have to make it in front, the double, and then continue knitting it down. And then I'll be done with my 6th row. 2, 3. I'm gonna count this row so that like I know that like I'm on the right track. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oh, I should show you guys the continental. So continental knitting, it looks a lot like that. As you can tell, I practiced a lot on this, but I didn't do pulling. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 35, 36, oh, 37, oh, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Oh, I'm on track. Okay, 45. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Come on, baby. Yeah. 45, 46, 47, 48. And we are done with our sixth row. And then now we turn it over instead of three. That's what we did just now. So this is on the back again. Stitch. Then you bring it around. Then we to the back. Which I actually think that was what the notes was saying just now as well. So there's that. Gotta do it on stream, like not the entirety of it because it's gonna take a while. But every time like I get to like a new point whereby it's not it's a lot of like handwork. So I hope you guys are enjoying this though. I personally am. I love knitting. I think it's like a very therapeutic thing for me to do. I don't know if it is for you. Um, I fear that yeah, playing like games and stuff as well. So it will be fun. It will be fun. We will not be doing this all the time. Um, but I would definitely want to show like the interesting like more technical bits of this on stream because I do think that it's really fun to like just see that. I'm also just generally a very slow knitter, so I was actually debating earlier today, or at least like earlier this week, should I do like a knitting stream, like doing the Animal Crossing ones? But I was telling myself like, no, you know what? I want to do something I like. It was pure selfishness that I'm doing knitting. Yeah, so you're just gonna bury me. I will get back to Animal Crossing eventually. Okay, then I just need to do four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. As you can see, there's like a nice slow slope here. Can you see it? This is what happens when you actually like knit it like in a German short row. Okay, then turn it around. This is a purl row. You can see, you can pull it up till you see the double stitch. Then you see it neat. There we go. I don't know who of actually like how to say like people already have like a set amount of things that they want to do. What I'm trying to say. How am I supposed to phrase this? Like people have you think that knitting is like a set rule book, like the Bible, that like people have whereby everything is already written in there and you all you need to do is just follow that. But that's not the case. Every year, there are new methods for knitting a specific thing. And I think that is so fun because it's like, god damn, if you actually do coding, you realize that there's a multiple ways to get through one thing. It's pretty much like everything in life, right? Like, there are many ways of getting to a point. Um, you might take forever, you might take a faster route, but then there might be trade-offs if you do like a part of like a one road, if you do like a quicker route, for instance. So like for instance, there are certain knitting styles that may get you from A to B faster, but you then compromise on the quality of the work that you're doing in terms of like tension and whatnot. Like kind of cut through the process. But then there are those that are really long-winded, but then get you to a more good ending, I would say, like a nicer ending. So it just depends on how you do things, I would say, and how like where you learn it from. So I would say even until now I'm still like a student of knitting. I wouldn't consider myself good at it by any means. There's so much to learn. Not even just about this. I haven't even started on the color blocking side of things yet. Color blocking is basically when you interswitch. They call it intarsia. There's like a way of doing it. Didn't work out well. I should try again. But I just haven't really gotten back into that. So that's another side of knitting that I haven't really gotten around to, really. But I should. Okay, and one more. Oh no, come back. Yeah. No, maybe I shouldn't do this using this. Yeah. This is on. There, I need four more. One, two, three, four. There we go. We flip it around. And then let's start on the knit side. Bring this over, lift it up, turn it around. I'm getting hang of this. I'm getting hang of this. This is a ninth row, guys. The next stream, shall we? I'm actually really excited for Friday's stream. It's gonna be a special Halloween special stream. I'm going to be discussing and actually talking through the different types of ghosts that are present in Southeast Asia and ranking them according to how scary I find them. I personally am not scared of ghosts. I think that ghosts, there's a concept of ghosts, basically departed people. And there's any reason to be scared of them anyway. Parents, when I was parents, I have parents. When I was younger, people used to say that if I were to ever meet a ghost, I would probably befriend them first. And they're there, why are they being this way? And maybe help them move on, find a better place. Or, make them pay rents because, rent is expensive these days, and I know I can't afford my rent. Uh, so, yeah, you never know. If they contributed their money, maybe, just maybe, we might be able to resolve the financial and housing crisis. You never know. Okay, and four more. I'm actually almost reaching the end of this. I'm actually pretty shocked. This is a lot faster than I expected it to be. One, two, three. Double. One, two, three, four. There we go. Then now this is we're actually at number 10 already. Wow, we're fast. I think we can actually finish like let me just need. I was actually thinking about extending my streams from 2 hours to 3 hours instead. Um, purely for like people to just come in and leave anytime they wish. And I really, really want to like make sure that people get to see what I'm doing. So maybe, just maybe I've been thinking about as a beginning, as a baby streamer, this is how it is. But I found if you guys want to hear, I would be lonely. I would be sad and lonely. So I'm glad you're all here today. Thank you. Um, ah, I just dropped my yarn. Okay, now it's on the floor. Uh, for better or for worse. Hmm. Uh, I was actually thinking of making a rocking chair for Kilo. At least for me, because like I feel like I like knitting scissors. I think that'd be cute. Like having like a toggle for that, like knitting and a rocking chair. I probably, if I were to do a rocking chair, I probably would have to figure out like the back and forth I'm not speaking well anymore. Mechanisms. Yes. Maybe if I have time, I might get that done. Make it like a nice little addition to this character. Let's see. 64. The beginning is always difficult. Okay, there we go. 4. Can expect. So bring this over, pull it up, bring it over, and then just continue crochet. Let's do this. So, okay, I realized I didn't answer a question just now, and I probably should. And that is how what was I trying to say? Oh, knitting has its own terminology. So there's like the British terminology and the American terminology. So, for instance, what is a double crochet in American terminology is different from the British terminology. Um, and you have to be very careful. So the good certain patterns, like good patterns, will tell you whether or not like good crochet patterns will tell you whether or not they're using British or American if I'm not wrong, I cannot really remember if it's correct, but I think American double crochet is my sources again. But that is how there is a difference for like crochet wise, but not so much of knitting, I would say. I am reaching like probably the end of it. Oh, camera. There we go. There we go. My bad. But the air has been getting drier in recent days, so I really hope that all of you are staying a little warm and dry. Wait, where am I? Okay, and then this is the last one. Do I have to do 4 more, or is it 2 more? Yeah, 4 more. 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then this is like the last one before we actually hit like the last bit. Great. Am I doing it wrong again? I am. This forward. Oh, right. I didn't talk about this either. Asia, so I was somewhere else in I think did I mention where I went? I was on another island basically. Buttons I've ever seen in my life. They were like ceramic buttons, and I got like a star one. And I think like okay, so for me, I don't buy yarn that I think are pretty unless like I know that absolutely know what I'm gonna make with them. It's just the most beautiful star um ceramic button I've ever seen in my life. And it's like a sparkly blue silver. It's like a very beautiful like galaxy like color. I have been looking at it for a long time because it's not only soft, it's also really pretty. But I didn't know what I was going to do with it. I don't know what. Yeah, that star button. I was like, holy shit! I know what I was gonna make. And yeah, so I bought the button. I once I'm done with the sweater, I probably will buy the yarn from that store because it's also pricey. Uh, to make a cape. So there has been a pattern that's been sitting in my cart for a long, not really cart, I already bought it actually in my folder for a really long time. I haven't done it because there wasn't like a need for me to do it. Like I just didn't find a yarn that particularly like stood out me and said like this is the yarn that I'm gonna make it with, or this is the style I'm gonna make it with. But now I have the button. I know what yarn is gonna fit that. The pattern is gonna come through. Edna Mode says no cape, but you know what? Edna Mode disagree with Miss Mode. I'm sorry. Um, I'm excited. I really like that cape design. I've been like staring. It's a short cape. To be fair, she says no cape, but the cape that she looks at is like long. The one I want to do is short, so it's like a short little nice little cozy cape that I could use as like a little trail over on really cold days when I'm in the office and there isn't enough like coverage for me. I think that would be really cute. Okay. One, two. Hey, why you like that? Okay. Two, three, four. I'm so happy. We'll be finishing this today, guys. So no unit knit through. Pearl. Really like I think one of like my favorite things about Vancouver is that they have a lot of very beautiful buttons that I wouldn't have gotten a chance to see um if I didn't come here, you know? This particular project are really pretty. So when I'm finishing up this sweater on screen, I will show it to you guys. It's so pretty. I love it. It's really pretty. It's like a floral blue, um, floral blue button. As you can tell, I'm a nerd. I love my let me think. Is there anything else of interest that is coming up? It was hilarious because I bought a tripod and I was like, I'm gonna take cute like pictures. Um, and then my friend was like, hey, we can't reach like the nice apples at the very top of the tree. They didn't provide us with step ladders. And mind you, I just bought that tripod. Like I got that tripod for like I think $40. And like the first read it, I think it was such like a perfect use of a tripod to get good apples. But at the same time, I can't believe that the use of a tripod has somehow devolved to being like a wooden cane used to so good and not many people listen to it enough. So, if you hear Thai music one day on the stream, you know why. It's not going through. There we go. Two more rows and we'll be done. But anyway, just want to let you guys see this. So as you can tell, this is what a German short row does. It kind of makes it like this like really nice little slope. And this is supposed to sit at your neck. So think of you, this is why people do German short rows. Chimaris. It is, isn't it? This is what we call a stockinette stitch. Um, it is the most basic stitch that one has to learn when they first start knitting because it is literally just a series of knits and purls. You should see the pattern, Fluffy Egg Tart. You should see the pattern for the actual like. Look at it. It's so cute, isn't it? Ah. I cannot wait to get this done. But yeah, to get there, I'll be doing like the more important bits online, and then like the less like important stuff, like the more boring things off stream. To still like get you guys like see how it is like to do all this kind of thing. How long will it take to make? It depends on the knitter and how big the piece is. This is pretty small, and the yarn this will probably take about if I'm consistently doing it, I wouldn't count by hours. Let's just say if I take 2 to 3 hours a day to do this, I'll probably be able to finish it within 2 weeks. I would say 2 weeks. Complicated it is. I think like there was one sweater that I did that took 6 months, but that was because like I was like Frankensteining a whole bunch of things together to make a star sweater. So this one is a lot easier, it's more straightforward, so I'm actually expecting it to take about, if not like if I was slow, 3 weeks probably. Um, both including on and off stream, yeah. But this is good, yeah. This is a mix of cotton and merino. I think I was telling the rest that merino is actually animal wool, and it's a very soft wool. I'm personally allergic to wool. Not in like the really like, oh no, I need to go to hospital sense. But in a sense whereby it makes me eat fine. And the good thing about cotton is also breathable, and it is easier to wash. So I much rather super fast. My abandoned crochet project is staying the same 3 rows for 6 months. Well, that's because have you been touching it? Have you been working on it? Have you been actively picking it up and going at it? If you have, I'm pretty sure you can get it done quick. I have projects too that have been sitting somewhere, but like, no. And there you have your answer. Um, you really got to be consistent with your fabric, your crafts. You have to be consistent. I think that's the only way. That's the unfortunate reality. Oh, and we'll be done with this part. Who knows, maybe I might unravel this and like make a smaller version of it. Um, the problem with knitting is that, you never know until you finish it and you'll be like, hey, wait, this is a little bit too big for my liking. You know, that kind of thing. No, keep going. I'm going. As in, I was trying to say, um, I usually for every knitting project I do, I expect myself to actually restart the project at least 3 times, because of like errors and like whether or not like sometimes I knit it and I'll be like, wait, this is too big or this is too small. I want to like change the sizing. Um, I did it wrongly. I need to start again. And that's why like sometimes like I mostly unravel stuff. If it doesn't look good, I'll unravel it and try again. That's how it is. Thank you. It keeps going. It looks great. Yeah. I have been knitting for about 5. Was it 5? Has it been 5 years already? No, no, 4. 4, no. It started yeah, 5 years since I started. Oh wow. That's actually pretty long. I have like a whole bunch of knitted stuff at home. Like, what's the situation if you want to change sizes? Like, how will you know if the knitting will fit? Usually, if I knit something and I don't really know the sizing itself, like for this, like I know where this is gonna sit. This is gonna be on my shoulder. So what I do is that when I knit it like out, I would I would like measure it against my shoulder and see if it actually like lands where I want it to land. Um, and see it from there. If I want to change sizes for knitting, I have to unravel it all and do it again. There is no other way for you to do knitting if you want to change sizes. You have to unravel this and redo it again. Um, no such thing as snipping it off. There are ways to do it, not advisable because it will not hold up. As you can tell, this is literally one strand. If you cut it, it's going to unravel the entire piece. You don't want that. Only like super duper experienced knitters know how to stitch cut knitted fabrics together, and even they themselves don't encourage it. It's actually much faster for you um, to unravel everything and then go smaller or go larger if you wish. Recently, there has been a trend of people going thrifting and finding like good quality yarns, like good quality sweaters, and unraveling it. Like I've seen someone online who saw like I think it was it? I think it was like a Ralph Lauren. No, it's an Angora sweater actually, Angora. So like the fur of Angora rabbit is really expensive, um, thousands of dollars. And I think the person found like a pure Angora like sweater in like red, and they were like, I want a yarn of this. So they bought it like from the thrifted store and unraveled the yarn, just so they could reuse the yarn to make their own sweater again. Which I thought was amazing because it's like, God damn, how can you be so lucky to find an Angora sweater? And like the first thing you do is not even to like wear it, it's just to unravel it and make another sweater. It's just so funny. Yeah, so like the thing about unravel like good quality yarn, all you need to do to like relax the stitches and make it go back to its original form is really to steam it. So some people actually do this whole process whereby they run like the yarn through steaming machines, or like they kind of like home make their own steaming. I think I would love to try that in the future. I want an Angora fur sweater. Because Angora rabbits are like so soft. I want to make an Angora sweater. Hard to find. The yarn expensive as heck. Um, I haven't actually spotted it in stores yet. Um, I do know that some people actually take care, like what do you? Yeah, you won't get itchy. Yeah, and the good thing, and I've actually seen like videos of people like buying Angora, like taking care of Angora rabbits. Like they have like a whole legion of rabbits at home that they really take care of, and they basically just like make yarn out of their fur. And I'm like, God damn, I would love to do that too. Okay, I'm done for today, guys. I have reached like my 15. I wouldn't touch on like the remaining, like just the bottom of it. Angora yarn, I know, it's so cute, and like the bunnies are so adorable. I want Angora rabbits. I don't have the capacity to take care of them. But yeah, so if I'm not wrong, this should fit on my shoulders nicely. And then it's just gonna knit down and make like a really cute sweater. So today this is where we would stop. Everything else is in Korean, as you can see. So I need time to like translate it. Yeah, I have to translate this somehow. I understand it somewhat, but because there's a lot of like Korean terminology for knitting that I'm not really familiar with, I would have to Google that. But yes, that's like pretty much it for me today, guys. Thank you all for coming to my debut stream. I know I've been streaming for 4 weeks now. About two, was it been two? 2 weeks since I started streaming. I've been doing a whole bunch of things. But this is my first official stream. Um, at the top of the screen. Can I type something there? Let's see. Manual. It will be 44 3, 44. Oh, this is huge. Let me select the fonts. So the thing is that I actually intended on doing like a countdown of yes. I actually planned on doing like a countdown of streams at the side of like my uh of like the screen itself. Thank you. Yeah, the artist is so pretty, isn't it? the person that I got it from was on Fiverr. Here forever. Okay, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna make it look nice. But basically, this counter is gonna be the number of streams I have left to stream. And I would say today, as of today, it's only 43 left. Yeah, I have 44 streams to do. I have 43. Yeah, I put it at the bottom here. Yeah, so it's like a page thingy, you know? Here, maybe here? No, that's gonna block stuff. Maybe here. You know, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out where this should go. But yeah, this is yeah. 43 left to go. Yes, these are just official streams. So if like I actually feel like it, I might do unofficial ones. But we'll never know. We'll wait and see how it goes. But that's pretty much it for now. Let me just read like the basic stuff before we end stream today. Let me just know about the VTubing community. If you chat with me via the chat, you're considered as be consenting to participating. Anything enter your chat will be used as teacher's data. If you don't want to do this anymore, just feel free to DM or email me, and that's all. Um, this Friday I will be doing a Halloween special stream. I still don't know like how I will look like, but we are going to be excited to see you there. And as always, have a good night and a wonderful rest of the evening. See you all next time. Bye.